Hello, my dear friend, and welcome to another short podcast of Yoga with Paulina. Today we will continue the topic of fear, and we have the subject called How to Overcome Fear of Being Alone. So sit down, relax, and listen to my voice for another few minutes, and let's start. So how come we all fear of being alone? And why is it like that? And how we actually have that particular fear? So we get this fear of being alone when we realize that we are entangled in some kind of groups. And that group can be your family. That group can be society, or it might be a very specific group that you are in. For example, if you are in a family that have very certain expectations to you. Let's say you come from a family of doctors. Most probably your parents and grandparents and uncles and aunts, everyone wants you to be a doctor. Because it's in the family, it's easier. Of course, it's easier. But you don't feel like being a doctor in life. Maybe you have another need, and to fulfill it, you need to dance, or you need to travel the world, or you need to make movies, or you want to be an architect and build homes for people. Or maybe there is something completely different. So now let's try that a particular group that comes really that is very close to my heart. Let's say you're in a group of dancers, and you always wanted to dance, and you're creating a dance theater or an ensemble, and you're having like this beautiful career, but at one point you feel that, okay, this is over, I stepped to a certain point, I want to move out, and you have this huge expectation from your group to stay in, to be present, and to be always within that group. And the third one, the whole group called society. Yes, we have that very huge impact. I mean, society has a huge impact on us. Like, look, nowadays, everyone has some kind of social media, and there is this huge pressure to be fit, to be beautiful, to look somehow, to behave somehow. Yesterday, I had a beautiful talk with my friend, and he said, I have this friend and he's unemployed, but he's always traveling all over the world and he doesn't care. And I cannot do that. I only have 3 weeks of free vacation. Of paid vacation, and I have to manage it with my family. But it's like, yeah, sure. But we always see this beautiful part, this filtered part of our lives that we post on social media. And let's face the truth, it's not always as funny, as happy as it is. Because maybe, he travels on Bali, but his travel might take 60 hours and sleepovers on some airports all over the world. Yes, I did that in my life once or twice, never again. Anyway. You don't see, I had a friend who went to Bali for a few months, and first it looked beautiful, you have great weather, you have beautiful environment, but you have huge spiders and snakes all the time in your room. And if you are scared of spiders like I am, oh, believe me, I wouldn't be so happy if the spider crawls into my clothes, and it's a spider huge as my palm. Anyway, so there is always this huge pressure from any kind of group you are in, and it's giving you some kind of comfort when you belong to that group, and it's much easier when you do whatever the group is telling you to do. So this is why I said, if you're coming from a doctor's family, it's easy to go for medical studies and become a doctor, because it's kind of in your lineage. But always ask yourself if it's resonating with me and with my heart. Because if you decide to step out from that group, to step out from being a doctor in a doctor's family, oh, for sure you're gonna be shown as the black sheep. I hope you have some kind of saying like you are the black sheep from all whites. At least I have in Polish. So maybe you are that black sheep in the family. Maybe everyone is showing you with the finger saying, oh, he or she or them, they. Yeah, maybe you don't like it. And I completely understand that some people finally they're like, okay, I'm gonna go in the same way. But think about it, if it's really truth with yourself, if it's resonating with yourself, if going the same way, are you avoiding yourself? It's a huge disease nowadays. We're avoiding being ourselves. We're putting thousands of masks and filters just to look like, to become someone else, someone who you are not. Recently, I've watched an interview, Jay Shetty with Gabor Mate, and Gabor said, Dr. Gabor Mate said a very beautiful thing. In life, we have two kinds of pains, and you can only avoid one of them. The first pain is a pain of losing yourself. It's when you decide to stay within the group and do whatever people tell you to do. And it's an easy life, but ask yourself, is it a happy life? And then you have a second group, and this is a group of being alone, but being in truth with yourself. It's the group when you lose attachment and connection to those groups that keep you entangled within them. It's going against the rules, but it's also creating your own rules, and it's a harder way of life. So as you see, you have always a choice. You have a choice of losing yourself but lead an easy life, or you have a choice of doing what your heart really asks you to do, but you're always gonna go against the rules. You're not gonna have that support that the group is giving you, the group or the family or the society or whatever it is. Me, I'm also sometimes going against those rules. Like, look, nowadays, when it comes to my family, my grandparents really wanted me to become a doctor because we had one doctor in the family, and you know, the life is so great. Then my father wanted me to take over his company and to become like a finance specialist, whatever it would be, or a manager, but I really didn't feel like it. So I went to I went for a law studies because I thought, okay, I'm gonna still be in that, you know, professional high-end group of life. Society will like cherish me and so on, but it wasn't aligned with what I feel and what I expect in life. So I actually became a dancer, and please believe me, it's a very hard way to step out, to tell your family, hey, after 5 years of studying, I am actually not going to become a lawyer. I'm gonna create a dance career at the age of 20 something. It wasn't easy, believe me. And now I am a yoga teacher, and I finally feel that I matter in life, that I do something that is so crucial and so important, more important than saving people or giving them a better sentence. But anyway, that's another topic that maybe I'm gonna show you at one point. So anyway, as I said, you have two pains. You can avoid the pain of being alone and stay in the group, or you can face and challenge yourself with that pain of being alone and go against the rules, be the black sheep in the family, in the society, or anywhere. And yeah, the second part is not easy. It's really challenging. It might be very hard, and I treat with respect everyone who goes against the rules. But for me, and it's only my own personal opinion, is that this is a lesser pain. Because when you are true with yourself, yeah, maybe you lose that support from the family, maybe you lose that support from the society or from the groups you are in, but you gain something much more juicier in life, and that's you, and this is you gain yourself. Even if you lose that support, you get the best friend that stays with you from your first breath to your last breath. You gain yourself. And it's that beautiful, pleasant feeling of, you just, even if you lose support, lose the strength that comes from other people, lose your roots if it comes from the family, you can get it all within yourself. Sorry for my cat. So, a little black break. So how to stop, to overcome this fear of being alone? Because it's a huge, huge one. I can tell you only what I am personally doing to help me overcome that fear and do whatever is good for myself. And I hope it's gonna be good for yourself as well. So first of all, be good to yourself, even when the times are really hard, even when you're facing those challenging situations. Because the worst is when your best friend is telling you, oh, you're doing a shitty job, no? The best is that feeling when you're proud of whatever you do. Because listen, you are going against the rules. You are trying to be extra original. You are trying to create your own path, and this is definitely not easy. But if you finally align your mind with yourself, with what your heart tells you, it starts to get easy. You start to get in the movement of flow. You find yourself in the flow, you get yourself moving. And that's another thing that helps me overcome that fear. Move. If you're stuck, you are like an old puddle of mud. Nothing will happen, and you can only either dry or rotten. You need to behave like a river, always in a flow, always moving. And it's both moving like physical, but also moving in a kind of, I don't want to say a spiritual, but energetical level. So if you're having a negative thought, always try to create a positive thought that will be over that negative one. If you're feeling that you're overthinking and there is too much pressure in your mind, move physically. Go for a dance class, do yoga, go running. If it's hard, if all these are hard, go for a long walk, especially in the nature. That will take all that overthinking away from your mind and away from your body, so it doesn't stuck inside you like a trauma. What really helps me, it's the Mel Robbins 5-second rule. Every time you're overthinking and telling yourself, oh, I won't make it, or I shouldn't, or I wouldn't, then say, okay, I will, and then count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go in that direction that you decided to. And it's gonna also help you not being stuck in that one particular point, not to be the puddle of mud. And the last thing that I can tell you that I'm sometimes doing to myself and to friends or people who are asking me for help is I'm losing an elastic, like that one, little elastic, and you put this elastic on your hand, and every time a negative thought appears or you feel that you are overthinking, that you are stuck in one spot, take it and give yourself a little punch. Ouch. It's not like super painful, but it gives you this little kick, like, okay, like negative thought supposed to be painful, but now let's move on. And remember, always move on, so you're getting the stuck emotions out of your body and out of your mind. So this is what is helping me. And yeah, be good to yourself even when you fail. But you remember when we were talking about overthinking, even if you fail, you move. So you can give yourself a little clap on the shoulder saying, yeah, it's great, I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you, Paulina. You can give yourself a high five in the mirror. It really helps. You can tell yourself a good word like, whoa, that was great. And I know your mind will try to trick you saying, oh no, it wasn't enough. Oh no, it was this and that. Don't listen to it. Like your mind, it's always there to keep you in a comfort zone and not to get out of it. But the moment you will start moving, it will create that new, better life. Okay, that's all for today. I hope you liked this video. If yes, please give me a thumb up, share it with someone who needs that particular message of overcoming their fear of being alone. And let me know in the comment which topic should I address as the next one. As you see, I'm trying to make one topic a month, and to overcome your fear even more, especially the fear of failure, the fear of being alone, I've created a beautiful meditation. I will just post it's gonna be here or here, so look please down at this video, and yeah, hopefully you like it, and see you next time. Ciao, ciao.